Okay, today I'm going to present on my business English assignment for Executive Master in Business Management. My name is Mr. Jerin Nananioy with my metric number SMPV 21310. So my topic is on non-verbal communications. So what is non-verbal communication? Actually, it is the transmission of messages or signal through a non-verbal platform such as eye contact, facial expression, gesture, posture, and body language. It is different from verbal communication, which we can hear the word, but this one is without any word. We can see the gestures and appearance of the person only. Alright, so in this case we like to pick up the movie scene from YouTube. The title is Captain America Civil War. YouTube link is https://youtube/cfb9wrkita. So here you can see a few scenes on the battle scenes between the two groups. The group is between Captain America and the Iron Man. Okay, the overview of the movie is actually Steve Rogers lead the newly formed team of Avengers in the continuing effort to safeguard humanity, but after another incident involving the Avengers result in collateral damage, political pressure amounts to install a system of accountability headed by a governing body to oversee and direct the team. The new status quo fractures the Avengers, resulting in two camps, one led by Steve Rogers, is Captain America, and his desire for Avengers to remain free to defend humanity without government interference, and the other following Tony Stark's surprising decision to support government oversight and accountability. That's how the conflict come, because of these two group of people not compromise with each other. So the plot is, with many people banning the action of superheroes, the government decides to push for the Hero Legislation Act, a law that limits a hero's action. This results in division in the Avengers. Iron Man stands with this act, claiming that their action must be kept in check, otherwise cities will continue to be destroyed. But Captain America feels the other way around, that saving the world is daring enough. They don't have to gain any interference from the government for their actions to protect the world. This escalated into an all-out war between Team Iron Man, which comprised Iron Man, Black Panther, Vision, Black Widow, War Machine, and Spider-Man, and the Team Captain America, Bucky, Barnes, Spawn, Scarlet Witch, Hawkeye, and Ant-Man, while a new villain emerges. See? Okay, why I choose this scene? Because the most important information exchange during conflict and agreement is often communicated non-verbally in this scene. Non-verbal communication is conveyed by emotional, driven by facial expression, posture, gesture, pace, tone, and intensity of voice to their appearance and their gestures in the action movie. Alright. Also, when people are upset, the words they use rarely convey the issues ended at the heart of the problem. When we listen for what is said as well as what is said, we connect more deeply to our own needs and emotions and to those of other people. Listening in this way also strengthens us, inform us, and make it easier for others to hear us as well. When you are in the middle of conflict, paying close attention to the other person, a non-verbal signal may help you figure out what the other person is really saying. This will allow you to respond in a way that builds trust and get to the root of the problem. A calm tone of voice, reassuring touch, or uninterested or concerned facial expression can go a long way toward listening attention. This is how we want to try to resolve the conflict. We try to understand the other parties well, right? So how to resolve the conflict? In this scene, If Steve had just opened his mouth and said, "Guys, these 5 other winter soldiers in Siberia, come with us, we will show you," we could have avoided one, making Wanda and Vision fight each other. Number 2, Rudy getting shot. Literally, the whole fight between Steve and Tony, the group between Iron Man and Captain America, and like literally all of it. The Avengers and company could show up in Siberia, take out Zemo as a team, and then hold Tony back from trying to kill Bucky. Boom, done, movie shot. No conflict, we are good. Alright? Okay. So in non-verbal communication, we have 4 pillars: the image, body language, voice, touch, and distance. Non-verbal communication, when you are trying to understand a communication word, only part of the story. To analyze it properly, you need to see and feel what is being said as well. Only 7% of meaning is in the words spoken. 38% of meaning is paralinguistic, the way that the words are said, how people said it. This is very important in the non-verbal communication, where the 55% is in facial expression, as mentioned by Albert Mehrabian. Alright? Okay. So you need to consider facial expression, eye contact, interpersonal distance, touch, body orientation, and posture, hand and other gestures. Your appearance. Facial expression, this usually convey emotion. There are 6 universal emotions: surprise, fear, sadness, anger, happiness, and feeling disgust. Eye contact shows interest, attention. If you look at people frequently, when we are interested, you look more to the people. Then staring can be uneven. Yes. Interpersonal distance, the bubble we like to have around us. How close do you feel comfortable standing to someone else? What do distance mean to you? Okay. Generally speaking, the comfort zones of the average Westerner are as follows. Intimate zone is if partners and family is only up to 45 cm, very close, isn't it? Personal zone, friend and group discussion, is about 45 cm to 1.2 meter, about an arm length. Social zone is acquaintances and new group, 1.2 m to 2.4 m. Then come to public zone. This is for public speaking. When you address the public, is unknown people and large audience, is about 2.4 meter upwards. All right. Okay. Circumstances may sometimes lead to changes. For example, where you are living and working, for example, in urban areas. If we are forced to be closer, then this is example. In lift train, we tend to use the other method to increase the distance, turning away, avoiding eye contact, etc. Alright, this is how you play your non-verbal communication style in different location. Okay, body orientation. So we turn to people we are interested in, we turn away from those we dislike or are interested in. Can indicate aggression, defensiveness, interest, or even tension. Alright. Hand and other gestures. Thumbs up can give more emphasis to what is said. Example, head nodding, moving your hand when give direction. Okay. Some are universal, but some are culture dependent. Not all are polite. Yes, different culture, different style. So, language or paralinguistic also include all these things like pitch, stress, timing, pauses, emotional tone of voice, action, speech errors, sometimes you have or error, speed of speech, interruption. Okay, fast speech often indicate anxiety. Slow speech is often assumed to mean low level of intelligence. Interruption are usually natural but can be forced, butting in, and there's again the differences. Appearance, we make instant judgment based on appearance. This process is known as impression formation. Uninformal or untidy appearance will give people the impression you are informal in your work aspect of life. Implicit personality theory. So dress accordingly, so you can start smart and become visual, but not the reverse. Alright. So here are a few body language. Here you have hand on the hips, meaning that known as confrontational, or non-verbal challenge. Okay, looking away, meaning that you are ignoring you, or looking for escape route, or preparing to fight or run. Okay, rolling short shape up, high stress or anxiety, getting ready to fight. Face and head, face conveys action, head conveys attitude. Okay, the face conveys emotion, whereas the head conveys attitude. Alright. The body language, foot direction, often indicate where the person want to be. One of the hardest to discuss. Alright. Palm out can indicate emotion. Watch out for deadly hand, multiple gestures, and deadly gaze. Knuckle popping, flexing, and mean troubles. Red face, raised eyebrows, setting of hand, hand on hips. Okay, fixed directed stare, watch the one not talking, red nostril, setting of jaw, mountain lift down at corners, eye water during periods of intense emotion. Yes. When people become angry, of course the eye sometimes become wider. Alright. So in summary, facial expression, eye contact, interpersonal distance, touch, body orientation and posture, and other gestures, your appearance and work of course will make a difference to your communication. We usually do all this naturally. Think about this if things aren't going according to plan. Take it if you have to. Yes. Sometimes the non-verbal speak a lot than the verbal. Right? Okay. Because sometimes a lot of hiding things we don't see. Right? Okay. So in order to resolve the miscommunication, also we need active listening. In active listening, we are actively listening to what is being said and showing we are paying attention to what is being said. So how do we show we are listening to information? In pair, write down at least 3 things which we think make a good listener. Each pair we say what the favorite one is, and together we will create a top 10 list. Alright. Effective technique you can use to make you are a good listener. You can use open question. With open question, you can minimize the temptation to make assumption. To understand and more appreciate what the speaker want to tell you, reflecting what the person has said can also help. Open question to begin with, for example, who, where you are working with, what are you going to be do about that, where exactly this is happen, when do you think you could do this, how do you think this happen, why is that important to you, which would you prefer. And effective questioning, also you can use reflection. Is a useful technique. It allows the speaker to keep talking when you have no specific question to ask, or as an encouragement when the speaker is shy or nervous. Reflection is where you repeat the statement just made by the speaker as a question. For example, speaker, then I went over to check it was working. This reflection is you try to get the feedback from the other person, so that they understand what you are trying to convey to them. Okay, so you try to get a feedback through reflection. Okay, so otherwise you can use cross question like yes or no. Cross question are useful if you want to check out specific pieces of information or to check if you have something correct. Yes, then only thing you can make use of it. In order to be excellent in this skill, you have to practice it. Okay, in summary, you have to listen carefully, look like you are listening, try to use open question, be careful about interrupting. Remember that active listeners spend 70% of their time listening and only 30% of their time talking. So remember, these are the summary on how effective you try to have to resolve your non-verbal communication problem. Number one, you have to know their body language, right? And this one, the second one is through active listening. Body language or the appearance of a person is very important. With this, I end up my presentation. Thank you very much for attention. Okay.